Hello everybody and welcome back to Back Out of the Case. This is Skyflight 44, aka Zach44, and today I'm playing some more Pokemon Stadium, one of my favorite games on the N64. Today we're doing the Petite Cup. We're not going to be doing the Great Ball level of the Poke Cup. I would probably have never done this game if I just went straight through using the same Pokemon over and over and over. I wanted to mix it up a bit. You know, go straight into the much harder Petite Cup than the Great Ball Cup of the, Poke Cup. Damn, is the Petite Cup a bit harder. Not too hard. The single cups aren't all that hard, but they can be. You have only level 25 Pokemon, and they can only be the, they can only ever be the basic Pokemon or single evolution Pokemon. However, not all single evolution Pokemon or the basic Pokemon are actually in here because Pokemon like Rhyhorn or Mr. Mime aren't going to be in this cup, which isn't all that bad. They would be too powerful and would be game breaking. However, I do have an interesting little team here. I have Farfetch'd, I have Coughing, I have Gastly, I have Diglett, I have... I'm trying to remember, Meowth, and... Omanite. They have all the different roles. Again, you have to pick which Pokemon. They have to have a couple of different roles that they can actually provide, and also having a good type pool within all, within your entire party, so that you know, you're flexible. However, I picked Farfetch, and I never really used Farfetch more than once, and actually twice. I will admit, in Pokemon Silver. You can catch a Farfetch'd right around the place where you can catch a Tauros, and going to Olivine from the fourth gym. I forgot what the city was named, but I've only really ever used it once when I was trying to get the full Pokedex on Pokemon Blue, which I almost got. I had like 143 different Pokemon in my Pokedex. Basically, all I needed was a Pokemon Red cartridge, and then I could have did it, but... I picked Farfetch'd for one reason. Farfetch'd actually has Swords Dance, and... Farfetch actually has some decent stats, all in the 40s, and has 72 out. Actually, some pretty good stats for this cup. However, Swords Dance doubling its attack is actually fairly powerful. Actually, take many things out. And Farfetch is actually going to be really good for me. Yet, there's one part where Farfetch completely fails, not because I just got unlucky. I got really unlucky. But, Farfetch is a nice little powerhouse. Meowth's actually kind of a throwaway unit, because it's still pretty much the same idea. It has Screech instead of Swords Dance, so it can actually take the defense down of my opponent twice, which actually makes it really useful if I actually switched up to Farfetch'd after that, but it actually has Thunderbolt as well, so Meowth actually can be quite useful. It has Bite as its physical move, which actually is, you know, stab boost because it was normal in this game. It actually has some pretty good speed, so it has the ability to flinch, and it's actually fairly useful. I just didn't use it too much. Coughing, on the other hand, for some reason has both, I think, Thunder or has Thunderbolt and Fire Blast. Amazing. I know. And it's actually pretty useful. Because, I generally don't see, when I think of a combination, it's more water and, well, it's, a thunder type electric moves. Um, Never more electric and fire. I don't know. I don't see that combination too much, but useful anyway. Just watch coughing actually. Wait, I don't think self-destruct and explosion can be used in this cup. So that idea is pushed out. There are rules. There are actually a list of rules that will prohibit different types of Pokemon that you actually that you would actually put in or you would use from your actual cartridge. However, if you're using the rental Pokemon, you don't have to bother looking at the rules because all of the Pokemon in the rental Pokemon are legal. So are obviously legal, but Diglett, on the other hand, is supposed to be my fast. Just a nice Pokemon to go right in and right for the kill. And Dig. It has Dig, which is amazing in this game, in this generation. But it was 100 power. 150 with the stab boost. Its attack isn't all that great, but Dig can be amazing. And incredibly useful to use, so I definitely love it. You definitely love it. And we all love it together. Oh well. But Omanite, I really only used Omanite once. Omanite can... I had to have one Pokemon that could actually use water type moves. I ended up didn't really needing it too much, but you know, you have to have some kind of Pokemon water type moves to because you know grass moves in the grass type in the first game kind of sucked beyond Razor Leaf. Mega Drain maybe on a Pokemon like Haunter or any Pokemon that could just to get a free grass type move. But for the most part, grass type in the original generation, in the original games, sucked. And it got better after that, but water type moves are the way to go when trying to deal with ground Pokemon, which you will definitely see a lot. But Omanite, for the most part, I picked for a nice little defensive unit. What am I going to be picking for this one? That Shelter, I don't like that Shelter. I would love to use Diglett. I would love to use Diglett in this, but that Shelter's going to get to me. That Execute's at level 30. That Execute would have got to me. I don't think I would have Farfetch for the Execute, but oh, that doesn't look too good. Actually, now that I think about it, that Shelter probably actually has a Ice Beam. That would make Farfetch crap. But here's where the game starts dicking me over. Because this game can be a complete douchebag. Now, I thought I was going to be using a water type move, so I go to Coughing, the one that would probably be able to withstand it the best. However, it goes and used one move I hate, and I sent out the one Pokemon that can get hit by it. Why me? It uses Explosion. If I had Diglett out, I would have used Dig and it would have missed. If I had Ghastly out, it would have been Ghost and it would have missed. But why? No, and here's the funny thing. It sends out Coughing. I had quite a little... This was a predicament. Coughing was pretty much on its last legs. Should I change out? That Coughing might do a lot of damage to whatever I send out, and that's not going to be good. So I might as well just let the Coughing faint. Interestingly, I went first, even though that Coughing's 5 levels above my own. And what... 5 levels, like 95 to 100. That might not be a big deal. you might be able to go first, but level 25 versus level 30, that the speed being faster on the level 25 is very, very interesting indeed.
Which Pokemon is coming out?
And with that, I can just send out the Diglett, and a Dig will take the thing out. Again, you have to, because switching out does take a move, you have to think. You really do have to think, how much damage is that going to do to me? And is this going to be a bad idea? But, for one thing, the AI in the original generation was pretty much drop dead brain. Just doesn't have a brain. It was drop dead stupid. Oh my god. So much. The original generation's AI was... You were basically fighting a zombie that was just randomly picking different moves sometimes. If you back in the day, if you wanted to have if you didn't have, like me, friends that had the game that you could go over their house and play, and then you wanted to have good AI to fight, you played Pokemon Stadium. Pokemon Stadium actually has some pretty good AI. If not, if the AI is not good, the AI will cheat to bring up the difficulty. Because for one thing, Pokemon games aren't known for their difficulty. They're known for being easy. However, the Pokemon Stadium games can easily kick your ass if you're not thinking right. Or even when you are thinking straight. Now this is interesting. Pokemon, I actually have Gastly, Coughing, and Meowth all have electric moves. I probably don't want to be putting out the Coughing. And the Meowth is just too weak, so I'm probably going to go with the Gastly, actually. It does have Mega Drain, so if I actually get hit by something for some miraculous reason, I can easily get some of my health back. But, the Petite Cup... The Petite Cup really is one of my, I really do like it because it gives you... First of all, the music is fairly good. The music changes between, the earlier stages. The earlier rounds will have one type of music. Later on, they'll have another type of music. In the semifinals and the finals, they'll have even another type of music. And they actually do change it up between those different battle themes and the Petite Cup than it is in the Poké Cup, than it is in the actual Gym Leader Castle. There are plenty of battle themes in this game, and they're all wonderful. I love the soundtrack on this game. For the most part, there is a lot of remixes from the first generation's battle themes, but it really, you can't compare just 4 themes to all the different themes in this game. This game's just so great. Spearow, yeah, that thing's going down with one thunder. Now, the Petite Cup can actually go from level 25 to level 30. And the maximum level of your the party you actually bring in with you can be level 80. So it's a combination. You'll have you can have 2 25s, 1 level 30, or like 2 26s, 1 level 28, and if it just can't exceed 80 and it has to be at least 25 for each. Very, very nice little restriction. You can't be too powerful, but it does really make you want to go and play Pokemon Blue or Red, to bring over your nice little Pokemon. Now this is when the game also dicks me over, and this is when you start to realize this game, you need to have those continues. Because there's going to be times like this when you have a strategy and that strategy isn't going to work out too well. Now I didn't know what I did not have. I really wanted to have some kind of fighting type attack, but I couldn't fit in it.
We're in the last
The
half of the tournament. Things will get white hot. Begin
I
your
would have loved to have a fighting type move, but I couldn't get it. And here's I wanted to go and do my sword stance, fly, all that maneuver. I knew it was going to take out the Poliwag. And even now, I knew for a fact that I could actually get it off.
attack power.
However, I wasn't expecting Ice Beam.
The intense battle
And Ice Beam on the second time would not have actually taken me out. But the game dicks me over by freezing me.
It's frozen rock salt. There's no
How
way
many
back from
times?
the approach.
I get burned at least 3 times as much as I actually get frozen. Poison isn't all that big of a deal, but I see it a lot more than getting frozen.
The next Pokemon.
Paralysis is such a common status ailment,
Oh,
but being frozen in ice is not. How unlucky was I?
are entirely different types.
Now to this point, I have to think about this. I really do have to think about this. I can't screw up. I'm already down to 2 Pokemon, and I haven't dealt a single point of damage.
Neither one.
Now I'm a huge fan of Confuse Ray. 100% chance without any modifiers to your accuracy or evasion. 100% chance of doing Confusion. Confusion, a lot of people say Confusion doesn't work too well for you. It always seems to hit you and never your opponent. I generally seem to actually have pretty good luck and pretty bad luck with Confusion. So,
Oh, it's
just confusing your enemy is actually a good idea. Never with Supersonic. Never use a status inducing move that has like 55% accuracy. I'd never do that. It always has to be at least 100. I got lucky here.
excitement is building over this.
Growlithe with Dig would have taken out Ghastly. However, I got my Confuse Ray off.
They go into battle.
That was lucky, because Growlithe is going to hit itself, and Dig is not going to actually hit me. That was luck.
Oh, it's confused.
I don't really remember what Pokemon I actually had after this, but Thunder hits and takes out the Growlithe. I could have been down to 1 Pokemon, and then I would have had to use one of my continues.
Goes down.
The game,
There's only
the
one
fact that you have to go
Pokemon
through
reserve.
8 actual trainers. These trainers, you have no idea what Pokemon they have, and you have to deal with
Stock is 2 to
the
1.
unknown. You have to prepare for the unknown. Losing on the latter half is going to be kind of a pain in the ass, especially when you just restart and you know that there's one trainer. You know there is one trainer that has a party that can completely screw yours over. That can happen a few times. And I'm really thinking on to that other single cup. And when you're only using level 15 and 20 Pokemon, oh, that cup is horrible.
Oh, the attack missed. Fireworks are flying.
Oh, I had a Diglett. I really went out to the Diglett. Yeah, I knew for a fact that Meowth had no attack but Thunderbolt that it could actually hit me with Ghastly, so I knew it was going to do Thunderbolt, so Diglett would have been a fine choice to actually use. Just doing Dig, Meowth's finished. It couldn't get any kind of sand attack in, so a Dig has 100% accuracy, I believe. And I know for a fact it doesn't have good enough defense to stop a 150 power move. So, bye-bye, Meowth. You're gone, and I didn't have to lose that battle. Again, picking Pokemon that, are just there was a lot of strategy into this game, a lot more than just playing the base game. Playing Pokemon Blue is not all that hard. If you're having a bit of trouble, level grind. If you're having even more trouble even then, just figure out and diversify your types. Just once you know the which types are better and weak against other types, you shouldn't have a problem with Pokemon. Granted, you're gonna have to know a lot more to actually beat somebody online, but then again, I don't care about the online. So, I had Pokemon Stadium. I didn't need friends. I had Pokemon Stadium to keep me company. That seems pathetic, but I don't care. Pokemon Stadium never wanted to borrow my games. Yeah, this is going by quite a long time, because I'm trying to think which Pokemon is my opponent going to put out. And then it was the exact Pokemon I didn't want them to put out. I put out Ghastly, they put out Magnemite. I did not want Magnemite to come out. Now, this was actually kind of a difficult battle, and one of the reasons why this video is so long is because of this battle. Confuse Ray works, but it doesn't really work. The Thunderbolt wouldn't have been all that bad because I could have got a Mega Drain off, and that would have made it so that I would have gained some health back, but being paralyzed, I can't go for that. Basically, Ghastly is a no-go at this moment. Unless I have a good type advantage later on, Ghastly's useless. I'm stuck with Diglett and whatever I have left. I believe it's Omanite. However, I can actually go and use Omanite here. Now, thing is, I use Dig here, and it's not going to do so. But the AI is smart enough to change out, because it actually has Farfetch'd. I was thinking about how I could actually, what was it called? How I could actually manipulate the AI to doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Doing Rock Slide is not good enough accuracy-wise for me to actually want to do that. I switch out to Omanite. Omanite has pretty good defense, and not to mention, it's a rock type. Farfetch'd really only has flying and normal types, so I'm just not going to do too much damage. And I kind of wanted it to bring out Magnemite for the most part. The only way I could really, I just really wanted to get the Magnemite out, so just blast it with Bubble Beam. And then once the Magnemite's going to do Thunder, an electric type of move, so it's going to do Thunderbolt, switch out to Diglett, and then just repeat the process. Farfetch'd really wasn't going to do all that much damage to Omanite. I was going to take very little health damage, and I was just going to eventually take out that Magnemite. But here was the weird thing that I was so glad failed. because holy shit, that would have been a major, just ball buster. Now, doing Rock Slide, it started doing Sonic Boom.
What now?
I didn't really like that.
What a
Again, doing Dig was pretty much going to force it to bring out the Farfetch'd, but I kind of didn't want to bring out the Farfetch'd because if the Magnemite's going to stay in this battle, I might as well take it out. But that Flash,
fireworks are flying in this
I do Dig. I don't really know why, but wait, I don't do Dig.
down inside.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I eventually do Dig because
What next?
I'm scared. At the moment, I'm actually kind of frightened that
Are exhausted.
I might miss once more. If I miss once more, the battle's over. Omanite has slow speed, pretty much about the same as Magnemite, but I think Magnemite actually might be faster.
Blue. Miss the
If this
target.
Dig missed and the Sonic Boom I actually got the Diglett, that would have been it for me.
No. Wow. Go.
But the Magnemite's gone, and Omanite really doesn't have any kind of competition.
Pokemon.
So, you know, bringing out Omanite because I kind of wanted to save my Diglett for, yeah, even though Diglett has low health,
Pokemon are
it still kind of has a, it is fast enough to get a dig off before pretty much anything but Voltorb. So, you know, just bring out Omanite. It does a leer. Now, thinking back to this, I probably shouldn't have done what I did.
How will
But I thought to myself, if Magnemite had Flash, this thing probably has Sand Attack. I wanted to make sure I could actually defeat this thing. So the first thing I actually go for was Toxic. Because trust me, even though the AI has before gone and spammed Sand Attack relentlessly,
It didn't do much damage.
I hated it, and I couldn't win.
The poison
So I'm taking some precautions.
start flying in
Toxic.
the heated match.
That Farfetch isn't going to be doing too well. And one of the things about this game, this generation, is if you actually, I think the later generations fix this, but I don't really use Toxic that much. But the original generation, if you were poisoned by Toxic, you changed out, and then you brought it back in, the amount of damage you were going to take wasn't going to actually go up anymore. You were pretty much poisoned. You wasn't Toxic poisoned. But funny thing, I did Bubble Beam anyway, so that Charmander's dead. That was how much the AI feared Toxic, and which it should have feared it, because it was gonna. There was no way the opponent was going to beat Omanite before Toxic killed it. But to choose Charmander when I have a Water-type Pokemon out was a pretty stupid move. That was a desperate move, and it did not work. It did not work at all. However, it's just poison now, which kind of sucks, but Bubble Beam's actually going to hit eventually.
Fireworks are flying in this battle.
Again, this is one of those battles that actually made this go on a bit longer than I wanted it to. Did not want it to be 43 minutes, but I kind of wanted to do one video for each cup. I didn't want this game to go on for too long, though I am proud some of the later videos are going to take me multiple attempts, because trying to beat the Elite Four and the Champion in one go with rental Pokemon is harder than you think. Trying to beat the Master Ball difficulties for the Poker Cup and Prime Cup are much harder than you originally anticipate. However, nothing beats round 2 and all that bullshit. You want to know what's the easiest thing in this game to do? That's to beat Mewtwo. Beating Mewtwo is incredibly easy if you choose one Pokemon. Mainly because it just has special moves. Because it doesn't have a physical move, Chansey with Seismic Toss can easily defeat Mewtwo, which is generally what's one of the weakest Pokemon, in my opinion, out of the original generation. Can defeat the most powerful Pokemon in the original generation in a straight up fight. And it doesn't baffle me, but it's hilarious. I don't know what Mewtwo's move pool in the round 2. But yeah, I didn't like this. Some of the trainers have different little gimmicks they might have. Some of them might have a lot of their Pokemon have double team, and I wasn't going to have that shit. I've seen the opponent spam double team before as well, and I couldn't hit it, and the game pissed me off. Wanna know why? Sometimes you don't want to use Ghastly when fighting off normal type Pokemon, because when they know they're not going to do any damage because they only have normal type moves, they're going to spam double team. Oh, that sucks. Because once they get that one double team off, you're going to start missing. And once you miss, they're going to double team again, and you're going to start missing all the time. And it goes from 2 double teams to 6, and then you can't hit it at all. And you might as well just... I was going to have to go and start using Struggle eventually, but that was going to do a damn thing. I did not like that. This game has some good points to it, but it also has its bad points in the AI. Now, what's your last Pokemon? Oh, yeah.
The remaining Pokemon count is 3-1.
Yeah. I don't really remember what my last Pokemon was, but I nearly shat my pants at one point.
What will the next Pokemon be?
Yeah, I still had the Meowth, but actually, wait, no. I know what happened. I did Screech. I was thinking about attacking Vulpix next turn. That didn't work out. I went from going really well through this match to almost losing this match. Now, if that didn't burn me, I would have been able to beat this without nearly crapping my pants. Burn took down my attack, which made it so that I couldn't get more than half the health off that Vulpix. Ember beats me. I don't have Ghastly now. I wasn't going to chance Thunder. If it did Fire Blast, I wouldn't have actually... I probably wouldn't have been taken out. I knew that for a fact. I was going to make sure I defeated this Vulpix by doing 2 Nightshades. However, Vulpix scared me with one of its moves. Really frightened me with one of its moves. I did not think it was going to have it. What is that move? Obviously, Dig. 100 regular power. Super effective. 200 power. In a match where my Pokemon are level 25. God damn it. I thought I was going to lose. But for some reason, Vulpix has crap attack. And Ghastly must have better defense than I thought it was. Because hung on. And again, like I thought before, Nightshade was going to hit, and it was immediately going to take it out. I could have tried Thunder, but I wasn't going to chance Thunder because I knew Fire Blast would have done shitload of damage. That was close. Now, was that the 7th match? Yeah, that was the 7th match. Now here's the 8th match. You can probably guess that the 8th match took a little while. If that's, for the most part, the rest of the actual video. Damn, this match took a long time. Now, it can't use both Dratini and Omni in the same, well, the actual same chance. So it has to pick one of those 4. Both Nidorans, the Psyduck, and the Sandshrew. The Pokemon I actually picked was actually fairly good, but there was one little minor thing that got to me. I probably should have changed my I really should have changed my thought process. I should have guessed what my opponent was going to do. I do have a lot of Thunder-based moves. Of course, they're going to choose Sandshrew. If one of my opponents actually puts out the Omanite or the Psyduck, don't use a Thunder attack. I know they have Sandshrew. However, they might use that Dratini. For the most part, my moves aren't going to be all that great, except for the Diglett and the, for the most part, my physical type moves, which Meowth and Farfetch would probably. Glad they had better speed than it, because Rap would have killed me probably. But go straight to Gastly. Oh. I knew it was gonna send out. It knew I was gonna do Diglett, so it sent out Psyduck. Sent out Gastly, but here's the thing. It's gonna go from Psyduck, and like I thought it was gonna do. I should have did this as a precaution. I have low enough health that Mega Drain would have been the smarter idea. I go Thunder, but it switches to Sandshrew, and I just waste my move. If I actually did Mega Drain, I would have done a lot of health down to that Sandshrew, and I would have recovered my own. It would have been really useful, and I think to myself, I'm going to use Mega Drain. The Sandshrew is going to be using Dig, and I can send it out to, I can send out Farfetch'd. However, that doesn't go by like it should. And the Petite Cup, it has Earthquake. Motherfucking Earthquake.
Which Pokemon is coming out?
That surprised me. More so than that Dig with that Vulpix. I thought it was going to have Dig. I could have saved Gastly. I really couldn't have saved Gastly because switching it out, it still has Rock Slide, and I would never have been able to take out Sandshrew with Farfetch'd anyway. I would have really just changed Farfetch'd for Gastly, really. But Flying will take out Sandshrew. But look, I barely taken out one Pokemon, and Sandshrew took out my ace in the hole for the most part, and my strong Pokemon is nearly halfway down. I can't take out that Psyduck with a one fly attack. And then apparently I can't take out Nidoran with a fly attack either. It wasn't going well for me this day. I can do a lot of damage to it, but
What'll it do?
I was kind of scared of that takedown. I'm really glad Farfetch'd actually has some good defense. I will be able to take out the Nidoran with Farfetch'd, but because I am kind of shitting myself at this moment. If that takedown actually took down, well, the Farfetch'd, I wouldn't have been able to take down the Psyduck, and Psyduck would have got well, what was it, Surf on my Diglett, and that would have been it. I would have failed this one. Good thing I have those continues, but
There's only one Pokemon
Farfetch can
left
do
in
enough
the
damage to the Psyduck that I
There's nothing
can
left
actually
in
beat the
reserve.
Psyduck with my Diglett.
The remaining Pokemon
Very,
stock is
very
zero.
lucky on my part.
The 10th
Now,
battle continues.
I don't really remember stats well for Pokemon outside of the first generation.
Miss the target.
The first two generations,
The intense battle continues.
outside the first two generations, I know some Pokemon's stats. I don't know them all. I don't know whether they have good speed, or I might not know whether they have good defense or not. But in the first two generations, I know the pretty much the range of stats, pretty much exactly where they would be. At least in the first two generations, because of Pokemon Stadium. Picking not just
There's just
a
one
Pokemon based upon its move pool, but upon its stats. And looking through all the stats, seeing which one has best attack and stuff. There's a lot of strategy that goes into this game.
Neither one is conceding an
Now, if this was Pokemon Stadium 2, I still would have lost this. But this is the first generation, and waking up takes a turn.
crowd's excitement is
Which actually
building
makes
over the
Rest
top
waste
battle.
3 turns and not 2.
The underground attack continues. It woke up.
Now I could actually get Dig out and get another Dig, and I couldn't actually get that second Rest in by the time I actually hit it with the second Dig. So I won.
Congratulations! The champion has been decided!
I love that line. That one was close. Not as close as the last one with actual health, but closer in that if I lost a Pokemon just earlier, I would have been dealt so much damage from that Psyduck. I would have lost that. Now, when you actually finish one of the harder cups, you'll actually get whatever Pokemon you were using into the Hall of Fame, which is nice. Never got that completed. See ya, everybody.